All right. Hey, everybody. Lordy. I'm going to wait for everybody to start coming in. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late, having technical difficulties. Waiting to see everyone starting to come in, hopefully. Sorry about that. And while we're waiting, I'm going to try and share so that everyone knows I'm up now. Was having just a little bit of issues. All right. I just want to share Facebook. All right. How's everyone doing? I see everyone slowly coming in. I'm just really quickly sharing it to Facebook to let everybody know I'm here. All right. I'll just share it to my timeline. Just share to Facebook. Let's see, will it let me post now? Okay, it posted. All right, you guys, how's everybody doing? Oh, there you are. Yeah. I'm good now that it's up and running. I was having a little bit of difficulty. Hello, everybody. Okay. We're a small number. I'm trying to wait for people to start joining in. I posted it to Facebook. My camera kept telling me I was using my camera somewhere else in like another program. I'm like, I'm not. So I had to like shut everything down, come back, and thankfully, it only took me about 4 minutes. So how are you guys doing this Sunday? Shout out where you're from as you come in, or where you're joining me from. That's fine. It's pretty nice out today here in North Carolina. All right. So as everyone starts, oh, New Jersey. Where in Jersey? I actually grew up in South Jersey. Another North Carolina. All right. Okay, thank you, Jessica. I tried sharing it to the group and it wouldn't let me. I don't know why it does that. Vineland. I know where Vineland is. I grew up in Sicklerville, Williamstown area, right next to, not far from Cherry Hill. So I'm familiar with Vineland. So, okay. So as everyone is starting to come in, I'm going to go ahead and start sharing a little bit of what today is going to be about. Oh my goodness, you're from Germany. Oh, Raleigh. Okay, you're not far from me. All right. Hey, Raleigh. Yes. Yeah. Vineland is really close to where I grew up. So definitely know about the Vineland area. That is awesome, though, from Germany. Woo. I'm sure Raleigh was a big change. All right. So, you guys, a lot of crafting supplies have been coming out lately, right? So I think she's had these out for a while because Jessica, if I'm not mistaken, she used this in a live on Facebook with My Little Scrapbook Store, and she did a layout using the crayons. and a stencil. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, those remind me of a product that I actually already had. So I wanted to see what they were about. And Jessica, thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing. I really do. Hopefully more people will join us, and if not, they can always check it out later, right? We're all here. We're going to get to the crafty. So Jessica inspired me. Jessica Scraps on here, if you guys are looking at the comments. She used them, like I said, in a live. So she enabled me to get the crayons. Well, Vicki Boutin came out with another product for us all to rush and get. These are called gel crayons, and they're supposed to operate the same way. They're water soluble and can go on smooth. They can be used dry or wet. So I wanted to see how they compared between the crayons with the gel, but I also wanted to talk about, I don't know if you guys have seen this one. These are oil pastels from Prima. I've had these now for quite a few years. You can see they're well loved, but they're very similar to the shape of the crayons from Vicki Boutin. And I figured we would just take, like, I don't know, I'm in a purple kind of mood. How about you guys? I'm going to grab a purple from here. So I'm going to grab a purple from the Primas. We got a purple in the gels. And I don't know if there's a purple in this one. We might just have to do like a dark blue. Because I know for sure in this color, there isn't a purple. It's more of a pinky color. Maybe I'll do that pinky color instead. Okay, let me see if I missed anything. Hi everyone. Thank you guys for coming in. So I was just sharing, if you're just coming in, we're going to play with some new products. Well, some of these are new to me. And then this one, the gel crayons, are actually just new to everybody because they're just coming out. It's part of the Color Story. They kind of released around the same time. Yeah, this one is more pinky, obviously, but I'm going to use that. It'll be okay. And the first thing, I don't know if you guys do this when you get new products. I like to play with them and really just see what they're about. And normally I would do this, hanging out with my friends, Skyping, and just, playing around with stuff, just trying to test them out. So that's what we're going to do today. And then I'm also going to use these new stencils from Vicki Boutin. These just came in my last haul. I don't think they were on that one, not the one I put on YouTube. I have a new one that'll be coming where these just came in. And there's always 3 stencils in the pack. So this one is more like a wonky circle. And then look at that one. I like that one too. And since I kind of take lives as like a confessional, I am going to tell you guys, I am obsessed with stencils. Oh, yes, B. You got to when you get back, I'm telling you, you're going to have so much fun. We're going to have like an all day or all night crafty session. This one has the flowers. I like that design too. Look at that one. I've seen Vicki Boutin actually use this in a live on her channel. It came out so pretty, so pretty. And then this one, which almost looks like a I guess you would call this like a funky basket weave almost. I know it's kind of hard to see, but there you go. So we're going to probably be using these with some of the papers I've chosen. And I've already cut these down because my goal, I can't wait to see you too, bestie. My goal is to see how they react with the different papers, right? So then that way I know when I get ready to use it, which paper I'm going to grab for. If it doesn't go well with this one, which is more like a Bristol Smooth, it's just in black, but it's a Bristol Smooth. I like using this one with Distress Oxides because on Bristol paper, if you have a hard time blending, the oxides blend really well on Bristol paper, FYI. And then I also have some black watercolor paper. And I just found this, I think it was either last year or in 2019, and I absolutely fell in love with using it. I like using the metallic paints on it, and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, when Tim Holtz came out with the crayons, I didn't go and grab them because I had the Primas already, and I was like, well, I've used them. I definitely felt like I had used them enough, like they were worth the money spent for it. And I didn't feel like I needed to go run out and grab the Tim Holtz ones. But I will tell you this, if you watch his channels when he's using those, yeah, no one uses the Tim Holtz products better. I mean, like some of his stuff that he creates, I'm like, wait, it does that? Like he obviously has insight, because he's created it on what all it can do. And just have your wallet ready when you go to watch his channel. Okay. So we got the black watercolor, and then we also have some regular distress watercolor paper. And this is cut to 4¼ by 5½, which is a regular front. These I've trimmed down shorter because I already have some card bases done up. So depending on which ones we get decorated and I want to use, we're going to turn these puppies into cards at the end. Woo-hoo. So this will be fun. Okay. So let's, I'm going to go ahead and grab this stencil here because as soon as I saw her use it, I was like, I love this stencil. So this one right here, there's just something about it. I like that pattern. So we're going to start with that one. And I'm going to start with the white distress paper. Now with the distress watercolor paper, there's a textured side and then there's a smooth side. I tend to always use the smooth side, only because there's times when you want the texture and times when you don't. And so more often than not, I use the smooth side. But today, I think we're going to use the texture. I want to see how this stuff moves and operates. Okay. So what we're going to do, let's first take this off. Okay. So can you guys see? That's the end of the gel marker. And then, of course, all the other ones look like little crayons. And so what I normally would do with the crayon, oh yeah, black watercolor paper was definitely a game changer. So I got my distress water bottle. And since I'm using the glass mat, I'm just going to go ahead and color right onto my mat. Okay. And then I'm going to take some of the water, wet it up, and then we're going to go ahead and smush into that color. And I'm trying to keep it just in a small section because all I'm doing at this point is I just want to test and see what it does when you add water to it, which is why I've grabbed a lot of the watercolor papers because it can withstand the wetness. So this is really cool. So this one is the Prima. Okay. A little cloth, we'll wipe that up. So now, I think what I'm going to do on this side, we're going to use the Vicky. Ooh, I just broke it. I'm too strong, y'all. I just broke it, but it's okay. 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 So do you guys have a product that you got that you thought, oh, this would be so cool to use, and then you never take it out of the package? Am I the only one that does that? Raise your hand if you've done that. So, I mean, we put water down here. You can also, spray on here. So really, and what it's doing, like in this similar, I guess, fashion in that we're using it, it's kind of reacting, it's only reacting the same way. And then we're gonna use the marker. Now this one will be interesting. Because right now I can't see if there's any color going down. I see where I did it. We're gonna go right in the middle. Okay. There was some color there. It wasn't showing up, but it's definitely lighter. I'm wondering, this is probably going to do better putting it on the paper and using water that way. I'm wondering. So we're going to play. And we're actually going to play with this piece of paper further, right? Because, you can do something. We're going to get this a little dry, and then we're going to try and add color to it. So bear with me in the noise, okay? I'm just going to turn the heat tool on for a little bit. You just want to dry it a little bit. Dry it back some. I don't see anybody else confessing though. Nobody else has products that they bought and then never touched. Okay, so now I'm just going to go straight onto the product, onto the paper. And let's try and wet that up. I got a super long brush. You don't need a long brush, but I just wanted to see. Let's see. It's actually peeling up some of the paper. I might have gotten it too wet. On that one, let's try. Ooh, look at that. Did you see that? Did you guys just see how much that went down on the paper? Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. This one is probably going to be awesome direct to paper. Look at that vibrant color. Okay. Okay, Vicky, I see you. Okay. Yeah. Now, when I put that to the paper, it went on crazy smooth. Oh, thank you, Aretha. Thank you for confessing with me. Oh my gosh. Did you see how easy that went on the paper, you guys? Let's do it again. Like, wow. There's a lady that I follow on YouTube. I can't think of her name right now. I think it's Heather Thompson. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but she does a lot of mixed media projects. And one of the projects, many projects I've seen her do is like she'll take like a dark colored watercolor pencil or something like that, and she'll go around edges to like create shadow behind different layers and stuff. These would work perfectly. They really would, because you don't need a whole lot, and they go on like butter. Okay, so let's do this one. Oh, well, I broke the piece, but let's just put some down. I have a feeling this one is going to react more like these, the water soluble. Yeah. Okay. So you can see, like, I mean, when you add water to it, once you put it on the page, whether you're coloring on it, it starts to blend out really smooth. And the gel one, oh my God, yeah, that one, I really like that one. And now I want to see what it looks like on the black. So I'm going to grab the black watercolor. Ooh, I wonder if they're vibrant. Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. So that's the white. And then because I just can't. I want to get right into it. Let's see what this does on the black. Ooh, look at that. And then it's already wet. You can always go right to wet too. Make it darker. Do you guys see that? Ooh, I am so excited. Now this one almost looks chalky, right? Let's see. That went interesting. Like when we add the water, it almost disappeared into the paper, right? Whereas this one still looks like it's sitting on top. You see what I mean? Like that one, you'll have nice color, but it's not gonna like pop off the black. And that's the cool part about the black watercolor paper is seeing how mediums react to it. Let's try this one. Well, we already did this one. Let's try this, the pink. Woo! Okay, it's kind of staying its brightness. So let's see. And then I tried to go back. Okay. Yeah, I think so too. It's a different feel on the black, right? So like here we're talking vibrant, bright, and then on the black it almost makes it moody. Can we be moody in crafting? I don't know. But sometimes you're wanting that more of that feel. So like to me it does very similar to like shimmer, the shimmer paints where it's got that intensity, but it's also like it falls back in color. It reminds me of when I use the gouache paints on the dark watercolor paper. It's very interesting. Okay. And then just one more, guys. Bear with me. We got the Bristol Smooth. Okay. So we're going to see how it works on there. Well, we'll just keep that over here for right now. Okay. So I'm going to go with the Prima first again. And on this one, I'm not going to take the water all the way down. What I'm going to do is just put a little water on my mat. And I'm just going to wet up part of it. Because on Bristol Smooth, it's not a watercolor paper. So I don't want to saturate it with water and wind up ruining the paper. However, a little bit of water, you can use it because it's a little bit thicker than your regular cardstock. but still you don't want to risk it. Okay, so this is the Vicki Boutin crayon. I'm going to take it all the way down as well. And again, just add a little bit of water. Let's see how it goes. And they are very pigmented because it's the amount coming off, even on my little towel here. It's a lot. We're going to see what it does on the paper with that. And then the last one, ooh, smooth. I mean, seriously. Like, I can't explain to you. This glides on. And it really does glide on any paper texture, but even on the smooth, it's just woo. And I got some Bristol white. Okay, get some water. Do you see that? It's almost bringing it to life on this paper. Adding the water. Okay. So this is when up here, this section is when we add water to it. And then the bottom is just coloring straight to the paper. So on the crayons, I think the water takes the intensity back. Oh, hey, Michelle. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I definitely like how these look on the black color stock. It would probably be cool. Stop it. Let's test it. This is regular paper, but it's craft. Let's see how it looks on there. Ooh, just real quick. It was right there. It was like meant to be. Butter. Okay. It's official. These are butter. Okay. I don't know. You don't get more. I better slow it down because I don't want to wind up using all this and then I start crying because I can't get any more purple. Ooh, we're going to put the cap on because it doesn't look like it extends. You can't twist any. Ooh, maybe you can. Maybe you can. Oh, thank God. Y'all, I almost had a heart attack. I was like, I'm going to use up all of my stuff. Okay, good. All right. But we're still going to cap that real quick. And then I'm going to put some of the pink. Okay. So, yeah, there's a lot more, thank God, because I was scared. Oh, hey, from PA. What side of PA are you from? Is it Carla? Yeah, Carla. Tell me where in PA. I actually went to school near Pittsburgh. So, yeah. I'm so glad because I was panicking there for a second, Michelle. Did you see it? I was totally freaking out. But yeah. Woo. Okay. So, first of all, here are my thoughts on the color cardstock. Definitely liking the vibrancy of it on craft. Northwest. Okay. Okay. So you're closer to, I was on the Ohio side. Northwest. Yes. uh, who failed geography? No. That might have been me. Okay. So you can tell the difference though. Like, though these are popping off on the black, look how more vibrant they are on the craft. What do you guys think? Okay, I was right. Okay, awesome. And then this is the black watercolor paper, right? So this is the watercolor paper. This is the Bristol Smooth. Then we have the regular white. Let me wipe up some of this water real quick. White. And then we have the craft. Wow. Yeah. So for me, I think I would probably lend to using it a lot on the white Bristol Smooth or the black because I like how it went on and I like how um it looks on here. The black watercolor paper, though I do like it and I think it could take more water for some reason because I think this is a softer, you know how like with each all your papers there's like almost a density to it. This is like a softer watercolor paper. It crumbles easier. It's hard to explain. But though I like the way it looks on here, I don't know that I would necessarily run to this particular paper. And then I am really loving the craft. So these two are probably my favorite. And then I wonder what it would look like on the smooth side. I'm wondering if that's what it is, that I just like the way the smoother side looks. Okay. Okay. I think I know what we're going to do today. Okay. So I've tested and now I think I'm ready for us to get in there and start making some cards. And I think I'm going to use it on the smooth side. I'm going to use it on the smooth side. And I think I'll do one with the Bristol and one with the Distress watercolor. Okay. So that's what we're going to focus on. All right, you guys. So I think I'm going to be playing with these today. Yeah. I think the gel have won. I like the crayons, I do, but I think the gels have won. So, and since her color study is more like the vibrant colors, we might just do some rainbows. Are y'all in the rainbow mood? Is it that time of the year? Is anybody else ready for rainbows, sunshine and rainbows? Which is really funny because I don't even like the outdoors. I'm probably the closest thing to a vampire you can get in a human being. Because I tend to be inside most of the time because I don't like bugs. Oh, yay, I got to vote for rainbows. Awesome. So that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to do some rainbow action. Now, I saw Vicky Booten, and I'm going to talk about her like, we're best friends. I saw her do some layering techniques with her stencils, and I think that's what we're going to try and do. Oh, Michelle. Yeah, I'm serious. I know there's people who just love the outdoors, but for me, as soon as I see a fly, any type of bug, I mean, unfortunately, sometimes even a ladybug, I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I got to get out of here. Woo! I'd be panicking. Like, ooh, just don't crawl on me. Okay. Let's wipe this down real quick because I don't want any visual. To come on to our projects. Okay, so the watercolor paper, we're going to do more of a smushing background technique with our colors. And then, well, maybe not even smushing. I think I'm going to layer the colors and then spray it with water and try and like move it around. I'm going to do that type thing. So we're going to do purple, orange, yellow. Or purple, pink, orange, yellow. And we'll do green, this blue, and purple. How about that? You guys like those colors? I like those colors. Those are the colors that are speaking to me. All right. So we're going to just go ahead and dive on in, making sure I almost did it on the texture side. We got the smooth side up. And mind you, remember too, this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So at the end, when we're done, potentially I could trim this down so that way I have a border on our card that we've already pre-done up, okay? So I'm going to start, and I think I'm going to do an angle. So I'm going to do on this side here. And we're just going to go for it. All right. And don't worry, if I mess up, if I start to get mud or anything like that, because I'm just putting all the colors down, I do have more sheets. That's the thing I love about crafting. It's like, I don't stress about it. If it doesn't do right or it looks like it's not going to happen the way that I imagined or something like that, I'm like, it's okay. We got plenty of paper. Try it again. You know? So what are you guys up to today while we're trying to work on our background for today's project? Are you guys doing anything? Are you doing any crafting? So let's do. All right. I think what I'll do is on the end here, just grab some more pink. All right. Right. And just kind of let it blend and letting the colors that kind of go together blend and not really have it going all the way, through. And you can use your brushes. You can, like, I want to watch out for that. Try and blend it more. Okay, green. Slow it down. Just kind of make it. Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay, Michelle. Thank you so much for even being here. I appreciate it. I know you got a lot of stuff that you're working on. So we got that nice and wet. Now, what we're going to do. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because I had green on it. But the beauty part is I can just go back in. Add some more pink. You know what? Save it from turning into brown mud. Wow, look at that on wet. What? Okay. Do some more yellow. Ooh. That's okay. If we get a little bit of color on our gel, we can just wipe it off on our towel. So don't worry about it. I definitely like how this acts on wet paper too. Because that's another thing you can do. You can just wet up your paper and then while it's wet, lay down your color. It was doing some blending, but it wasn't blending the way I had, really wanted it to. So by going over top, it gives me my vibrant color again, which is super powy, right? Is that a word? I think that's a word. We'll coin it today, powy. All right. And then since these are water soluble, we're gonna try and test some stuff out here. Okay. So we have that. But what I want to do is I want this to kind of dry back some, right? So while we're waiting on that, I'm going to work on the Bristol Smooth. So we're going to put this one to the side and let it dry, okay? And then I never think about where stuff is going to dry at when I'm doing these live. I got to plan that better. All right. Now with this one, I think what we're going to do, we're going to do it a little bit differently. I am going to tape down the stencil. And this one, I have it more to the size that I want, which is the 4 by 5 1/4. And we're just going to tape down the stencil. Now with this one, what I'm going to do, because I like the pink, I'm still going to do the rainbow, but I think what I'm going to do is just kind of go more vertically and just go right along the stencil itself. So we're going to go like this. Go in there. And then some orange. A little bit of yellow. Okay. Now we're going to go like this. A little bit of water, help move the color into where the stencil is, hopefully. Right? That's the best part about this stuff is experimenting. And then you can even go with your brush, get the color in there. Because I really didn't want to use too much water. I didn't want to mess up the paper. Oh, hey, Sherry. No problem. I'm glad you were able to join. And Aretha, you're organizing craft products? You're not using... Oh, yeah. That's the other game, right? How to mythically store all the new stuff with the old stuff and have it all make sense, right? I know. I wish people would really talk about how it feels impossible to get everything organized. Like it's like once you start, it's almost hard. It just feels like it's never done. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay, so we're gonna try and lift that up. Ooh, did someone's mind just get blown? Cause mine did. Hey Bella, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Oh my god, you guys. Do you see that right there? Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and let that dry. That is a wowie. That is a wowie. Okay. So right next to me, I have a dish that has soapy water in it for my stencils, but I don't want to waste this. So let's see. Here's my white. Right? I was really panicking there for a second, Michelle, because I was like, oh my God, how's this going to turn out? But we're going to try and just see if we can get another backing out of this. Like, what would happen, you know? Yes, print with it. Definitely. Ooh. Well, I'm still going to spread because what I'm hoping is that where the color is darkest, it'll just create a darker print. Okay, so we're gonna press that down for just a second. Woo! Oh, I'm so excited right now. There was a mild bit of panic, okay? Because whenever you're doing these lives and you're trying something for the first time, like hoping that it comes through is for real. That it's a real panic that sets in. So when I put that off just now, OMG. Now down in the pink area, a little bit of the orange got in there. So it's almost turning like a little brownish color, but I'm not mad at that. I really am not. Oh, you're anticipating, Sherry? Let's see. Will it come off? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It did a little something, something. Now that's grungy. That is very grungy. So I'm going to go put this in soapy water. Okay. So I think this one would be a fun base for definitely like rough up the edges. Because it's like you can see the pattern, right? Because of the negative space when I was kind of like rubbing everything in. And then the color, I mean, it's still vibrant, y'all. Look at that. I'm not mad at either one of those. I really am not. And then over here on the side, our other one is still drying. But we're going to try and do a lift technique on this one. Yeah, I think we're going to try and do a lift technique. So I'm going to grab a different for this one. Okay, so that one's still drying. Let me grab, because when I saw this one, this stencil, it probably is going to be one of my new favorites because I have a thing for circles. I really like circles. Okay, so what we're going to do is possibly do something with that. If not this one, what do you guys think? Still wet. I should move this one out the way. Okay, move that one out the way a little bit. Okay. So I'm thinking either this one or because, you know what? Maybe because of the pattern being smaller, maybe I should use this one. What do you think? Maybe more like that? Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that one. Okay. So let's do this. We're going to, that one's not as wet. I do want to hit this one up a little bit. Do you guys mind? Bear with me, okay? Because it's still very wet. And I'm just trying to get it to dry back a little bit faster. Right? I know. I am amazed at how this came out. I'm really like kind of shook by it. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna hopefully be able to put this someplace to let that dry for a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna try to lift. I don't know if this is gonna work. If nothing else, I'll try putting a pattern over top of it, but we're gonna try it. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna reuse some of that tape. Because remember, these are water soluble, right? So if we add water to it again, it should reactivate it enough to where it will create a different shade to create like a little bit of texture on the background. You know, I'm also tempted to use some Nuvo paste. Where is it? I think I put it up. I actually called myself like straightening up a little bit. So let's just pretend. This is actual glacier paste, but you know how we have the clear, the iridescent clear glitter paste by Nuvo? You could also put that over top of this. So then it would create a pattern that would have that glittery texture. And then the other, oh my God, that would be pretty too. Okay. Let's try this lifting technique first. If the lifting technique doesn't work the way I'm planning, you know what I'm doing next. Okay. So what we're going to do and hope that it doesn't go too crazy is we're going to wet. We're going to wet this up because we want it really sopping wet. We want to reactivate. Okay. And then we're going to put our towel down and kind of let it soak up that color. Hold on one second. I might have to grab it. I may have to. Well, that's down. Hold on one second, y'all. If this doesn't work, that's what I'm grabbing next. Let's see what this does, if it did anything. Yeah, it created a little bit of a pattern, but not much. Okay. Yeah, it just gives a little bit of a wet pattern, but wait until we do this. When a plan doesn't go the way you want, think outside the box and try something else. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Oh no, I think my stuff dried. Actually, I don't even know why I saved that. That was like nothing in there. Hold on. Hold on to that thought. I know I got another one in here somewhere. Okay. Just gonna grab out my little dish here. Oh, here's a new one. This one I think is a little bit more opaque, so you won't see the color behind it. What I want is for you to be able to see the rainbow behind the pattern itself. So, okay. Let's go in here. Okay. Okay. So we're going to take this. And we're going to do a nice amount only because once I start putting it down, I'm not going to go back in and grab anymore. Because I don't want... Oh, and this is just a little piece of press and seal. I'm thinking that other one might have had a hole in the area because what I'm trying to do is keep it airtight so that way it doesn't dry out too fast. That one was at the end of the jar, the other one. So let's do it, y'all. Actually, I might need more just in general. Okay. I was being stingy, I guess. I think it's the stencil, the utensil that I'm using. I didn't grab a whole lot. Okay. Because normally if you're using it on a project and you grab too much, you could potentially, scoop it up and then reuse it. But depending on the item, it doesn't look like I have any color in it. So I will scrape that back inside. The thing I'm worried about is I don't want to contaminate it. I want to make sure it stays clear. So if I look at it and I see any orange or color in it, then I would just scoop that little bit out. But it really does look clear. Woo! This is going to be fun. Okay. I think we're ready for the reveal of this one. Are we ready? Okay. Can you see the pattern? Look at that. Look at that glitter. Ooh, that's going to dry out. That's going to be so cool. So it gives it a little bit of texture, but you still get the rainbow colors from the back. Super pretty. Now this is going to take a little bit to dry. Yeah, Sherry, lots of depth. Exactly. So it doesn't look just like I colored on the crayon part of it. It actually looks intentional, right? Yeah, very pretty. So this one, I'll probably wind up turning into a card later once it's completely dry, and I'll add it to the Facebook page because I can't add photos to the comments on YouTube. But oh my gosh, that's going to be really pretty. And now this has already started. It's pretty dry. There's a few places where it's wet, but still, look how vibrant that is. And that's using the new gel markers with a stencil. Wow. So I think we're going to turn these two maybe into cards today. What do you think? I think that's what we're going to do. This one I'm going to trim down. Now this with the glitter paste, very important. Get your tape off and get that into hot soapy water or soapy water of some kind if you want your stencils to stay clean. If you're someone who doesn't care, then do you, okay? But like I told you, I'm obsessed with stencils, so I try to keep mine as clean as possible because I love how they look. Okay, we're gonna just put this over here. Okay, so and I'm gonna put this in the pail as well. Okay. All right, so then that way all the stuff that we used will get nice and clean, and that'll be easy. Now, with these, before I go on to making the card, I would say as far as storing, if you get like a, I don't know, like a dish, you can have a cup, whatever you want to use to keep it, standing up. Hold on one second. I have one kind of on the side. I have some random stuff that I keep, like a marker, my jewel picker uppers, and all that kind of stuff. But like if I didn't have this stuff in here, then I could also just put them in a dish, call it done. I'm sure she's going to be making more colors of those because that right there is an awesome product. And I will be buying them when they come out. Okay. Put me down for when they come out, Michelle. Okay, because I'm going to be getting them. Okay, so here we go. I've already picked some sentiments that I wanted to use. Let me see. This one would be, I think the white would be good on this one, so that way it pops up. This is a fun sentiment too. Sorry to hear you're getting old. I could do it that way, but I think I want to do it where it just sits kind of like right there at the bottom. Because really, you don't want anything blocking this lush yumminess that we just created, right? And then on this one, I was thinking about a sentiment, but I also have, hold on one second. You know how sometimes when you do a project and you get like an extra die cut piece or like an extra word? I have one of those right here next to me. I just gotta find it. Okay. Do we like the big hope? I think we're gonna do that. So we'll do this one and we'll do the other one. Okay. So for right now, I'm gonna grab. You can get these dot runners at Michelle's store. I have been loving this one. I've had my small dot runner, my Tombow one, for a while. I've used this one probably more lately than using this Mama Jammer. I don't know why. I like of course, I love the AT tape, but okay, you guys agree with me? You like the Hope? Okay, so we're gonna do the Hope. The ATG tape, I still love using it. It's just I don't use it as often. I think it's just because it's getting to be a little bit too heavy in the hand. So sometimes, especially when doing videos, I like to grab for these because they fit better in the hand. And I do have tinier hands, so this one is fine. But I've found that I'm really enjoying this big one. So Michelle, shout out. You guys definitely check out her shop. I'm telling you. When it comes to supporting small businesses in the crafting world, she has been probably one of the best people that I've gotten to work with. And I'm just so excited to be a part of her design team. Ooh, it's still wet. We're just going to try and be careful. I'm trying not to press down too hard because I don't want to make too much of a mess. And I think I am. Okay. Yeah. So it's okay. This is what we're going to do. Only because I really don't want to make too much of a mess. We'll just go with the art glitter glue. I just filled it up the other day. So it always wants to act a little crazy once you have refilled for some reason. Okay. So I'm making sure I want the purple to go up to the top. Now with something like this where it's still a little wet, I'm just trying to hold down certain areas. But what I also would do, because I was thinking I can maybe just do like that. And just kind of move this over to the side just for a little bit. All right. And then with the Hope one, I'm going to trim this one down a little bit. So real quick, I'm going to grab my cutter. Put the Hope over here. And we're going to trim this one down. I think I'm going to trim down a little bit of the purple side. So I'm making this one also 5 1/4. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I love the hearts. And then we'll use this side and we'll do right at 4. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this one we're good to go because it's definitely dry because we were using the end part of the stencil, so we don't have to worry about all that. And I don't know if you guys have the glass mat. I think not the Tim Holtz one, even though I think she may have it, but I know there's another glass mat, I think from We Are Memories Keeper, if I'm not mistaken, that Michelle carries in the shop. Anything that I can think of that I can post links to, I will do so into the more section after the live is done. I think I have a link to the color study items. So those stencils and the the gel markers. I do have a link for that already. It goes right to the color study section on Michelle's website. So the paper collection, all the goodies that go with it is right there. Now, I did use the wet glue with my tape runner, and I did that for a reason. The reason is I want to give myself a little bit of wiggle room to be able to get my card centered exactly where I want it. So if I just put it down with the tape runner, I may not be able to move it again. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you put that tape runner stuff down and it's like, that's it. That's all she wrote. Okay. So we're just going to take a little bit of wet glue, go behind our word. And I love the little fine tip precision on this art glitter glue. And I think I got off, but if you guys have never had art glitter glue, it's getting to the warm season when it can be shipped again. So hopefully Michelle will have some and you guys can get your hands on it. I'm telling you, it's the best stuff. I know they got a new one out. I haven't tried it. I like to do that kind of stuff too. I don't know if y'all do, but like I got this one from Nuvo or Tonic, not Nuvo. Tonic Studios. This is the Craft Tacky Glue. A lot of the companies, it's really the same glue, it's just in different packaging sometimes, you know what I mean? Because like how many different ways can you reinvent the glue? But I get it. Why? Because that's what we do in the crafty world. That is what we do. So I liked it on the angle, so that's where I'm gonna put it. Just right there. Hope. Right? I like the way that looks. Now, I got a little bit of ink on my glass block, but I can just wipe that off. And it wasn't as bad than me. Like if I had like spread my hands across it, it would have been way worse. So, and there's a little bit of color on the side on the white, but I'm really not mad at it. There's a little bit up there too. Sometimes it happens. Yep, it is the best glue, Sherry. It really is. All right, and then we're gonna do this one because I like how the white pops off. So on this one, I'm gonna use some foam tape. Let's see. I'm gonna have to look and see if she has any more in her shop. I know I've gotten this particular strip from Michelle before. They're from Tailored Expressions. And I think if you've seen one of Beatrice's videos, I want to say pretty recently, she talked about using these strips. And these strips they're quite interesting because you feel them and they're only supposed to be like 1/8 of an inch thick, but it feels like they're more like a 1/2 an inch. It really makes the sentiment or the piece that you're using kind of stand up off the page. So I just needed another little piece. Is that enough? I think it is. Okay, so we're going to take the backing off. Okay. Thank you guys for sticking with me, by the way. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm liking it right there. I should center it. I'm looking at it on the screen, seeing how you guys see it. More centered, I think. Yeah, I think I like it more centered. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm also going to put just a couple of dabs of the wet glue. And only because I want to make sure I get it nice and even and straight. Trying not to let the pattern fool me. Okay. It's better when you hold it up and look at it at yourself, like at a distance, so you can see if it's, yeah. Okay. All right. So there we have it. I mean, 2 backgrounds, super quick with the gel markers. I mean, these are really, truly fun products. I would highly, highly suggest you guys to get these. And I mean, everybody tells you go get stuff nowadays, but this was really fun. Seeing this come out when I did that stencil was so exciting. Like really, if I could, I would stay here and do a bunch more. But I know everyone's got stuff to do this afternoon, and I didn't want to keep you guys for too long. Almost lost my needle. Get that back in there before I lose it. And then, have you guys remember this one? I got a new one. I wanted to show you. I got a new topper, but instead of using it for the live, I decided to put it in my big bottle, which I don't really use like that. I refill this one with this, but I wanted a spot to put my pretty topper. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, so Vicki Boutin gel markers, water soluble or dry, mind blowing. Go get you some. Okay, so do you guys have any questions for me? Did you have any other ideas that you wanted to share before I end the live? Oh, thank you, Sherry. Yeah, they both came out really good, and it's so different. There's something about this one. So whenever you do a project, the moral of that story is don't waste that other side. You know what I mean? I had all that color that I put on top, and I could have easily just thrown that into the water and been like, okay, I'm done. But look at what it created using flipping it over and rubbing it down onto another piece of cardstock, and you get a whole nother card, a different feel, and just as beautiful. Yeah, definitely. So of today, I think these are the winner for me. I fully enjoyed using these and want to use them some more. And I would say with these, I'm going to show you guys another technique that I've done. I've used them with the Prima solubles. I like coloring like flowers, or I have some of those Prima ladies. I've used them on that to color in. So I tend to like using these for that more so, but these were super fun. Really, truly. Oh, Sherry, thank you so much for being here. Truly, you guys. I know oh, yeah, the big bottle of art glitter glue. Yeah. This one is it says 8 ounces. What's the little one? I think the little one is 4. Yeah. Oh, no. Woo, I need my glasses. It's kind of crinkly and it's tiny. So, readers. Yeah. I think that's supposed to be a 2. My bottle is kind of cracked up and old, but I think it's a 2 ounce is what they say. 2 ounce. And then on this one for sure, though, I can see it says 8. I don't know if you guys can see it up close. Will it focus? No. Okay, it's not going to focus. But yeah, it's an 8 ounce. So I like getting those. And I forget where I got this one from. But I've gotten this as a kit, another small one. Yeah, it is 2 ounce. I got another one as a backup because wintertime was coming and I was like, nope, I cannot run out of my glue. So I had the remaining part of this, and then I got my other reserve. So yeah, I'm definitely an art glitter glue girl for sure. Oh, all right, you guys. I'm not seeing any questions, so you guys are good. Any questions that you may have had? I hope you guys had fun today. And the best part is now I can use this project for the card challenge on my little scrapbook. The group has monthly challenges. There's usually like an overall challenge for the month. And then there's also a specialty like card challenge. And with the card challenge, you just have to create a card using a stencil somewhere. And so I'm going to be sharing these cards because we definitely used some stencils and it came out super great. Oh, yeah, Sherry, I'm telling you, you gotta have the backup, right? Because it's nothing sadder than when you get to your bottle and you're running out of art glitter glue. It makes me want to cry. And it's not in the big box store, so it's not like you can drive down the street and pick some more up, you know? So, especially when when is it? Like when we start getting around August, September, because it's still warm, it's not getting too cold yet. I stock up because I am not going to be left without art glitter glue in the winter months. All right. Well, since I'm not seeing any questions, I'm going to go ahead and end the chat because I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. If you are watching the replay of this, just leave a question down below if you have any. If you have never used anything like a water soluble crayon or something like these markers and have questions, I will, do my best to answer it from what I know. And if I don't know, I will definitely send you to the right person, which could be very well Vicky Booten herself since she created it. Oh, the phone strips. The phone strips are from Tailored Expressions. I want to say Doris, if it's called Doris, they came out with it first, and they had the in the strip form. So instead of getting like, I'm trying to find, oh, Michelle in the store has these, right? I don't know if you guys can see those. They're the individual foam, circle foams. And on these, they have little tabs that you can peel it off, right? So, like, it's just your little foam to give dimension on your projects and stuff. And then it has an easy tab to pull off the top part. It's basically this, but in a strip. So you get, oh, it's so hard with the white. Let me see if I can calm my lights down a little bit. Okay. So on here, you can see it's individual, just long strips of foam. So like back in the day when you would do shaker cards and stuff like that, you always had to create your strips to put behind your image or something like that. But now you can do like, okay, I was trying to find, okay. So I was playing with some products I had in my stash. I don't know why, but I was just like, let's play with it, right? So this is by Queen and Company, but they create the little shaker cards, right? Well, back in the day, they do a whole foam insert with a cutout piece, and then that's where you put your bits. Well, if you didn't have a foam cutout piece, you would have to take strips of foam, go around the image to give yourself the height, the dimension to put your stuff in. Okay. So these strips help do that. They're just a long strip. And it's just foam. So you can get into narrow spots, stuff like that. Trying to see, because I worked on a thing yesterday. They had, oh, you're welcome, Sherry. Yeah. Oh, thank you guys. I know I'm leaving. I got on a tangent, but I did this project yesterday. It was a class by Heather Balzer. And on some of these small pieces where they were put in foam dimension, I used the thin strips. I just cut them down into smaller pieces to go underneath there. So that way I could get the dimension and not have to trim anything weird. So yeah. So check out this class. Heather Balzer. She's on YouTube. It was fun. It was very relaxing. And this is all stickers and enamel dots. And you're popping stuff up with foam. And it's super simple. I'm actually going to gift this to a friend who got her new home. And I think her and her daughter would get a kick out of this. So yeah. And they like to cook and stuff like that. This is more bakerish, but I think it would still be super cute. So I'm just saving this in plastic until I can get a shadow box for it. So yay, Heather. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and end the live. Enjoy your Sunday. Be blessed and definitely stay safe out there. Okay. Thanks, guys. Bye.